Road Mark here again. Just an update on the 3806. Well, today her coach has arrived. I'll bring these into play. I'll move her up a little bit. Now we have 4 coaches. 2 are a double and the other 3 are separate types of coaches. Okay, so here we go. This is the first coach. This is the second class coach. Now, these all have the European style Lima couplings. We all might know them as just Lima couplings. Each coach comes in a box like this. I'll show you the box itself. The Lima box like that. Actual Lima case. On the end is the serial numbers and what each coach is. You can see on there's the second class coach. So that's the first coach I just showed you. This one here is another second class coach, but inside each coach comes the box. You get the sleeve, you have a little NEM coupling which comes into the box like a spares box or there. Then you have the sleeve goes over the top of it and that goes inside the box. So they were very well packaged, nice design. But I did notice something on the back of the box, that these are Hornby Hobbies. And there we go, how's that? Manufactured by Hornby Hobbies Limited, Westwood, Margate, Kent. How's that? So, well, I have noticed one thing of these coaches, that their NEM coupling is a very small NEM coupling. Now I have one here, if I can just get him out of the packet. I've already connected the one to the locomotive, so I can't get this one out. 1 second. No. You might just see for the package. You can see for the package how small it is there. And now here's the old style of them coupling. Look how big they are. That's the old Lima style, and now they've got the new ones, and they're, as you can see, way tinier. So, for a bit more realism, a bit closer coupling, they have done on like that. I did notice one thing, that the locomotive tenders, them coupling socket is a bit higher than the actual coaches. You can see there, if you look closely, you can see that actually it's a little bit higher than the actual coaches. So that's a bit of a bugger. But when you put the normal NEM coupling for the slim line for the Hornby coaches, it couples up to the coaches perfectly. So a little bit of design fault there in the tender. It doesn't actually match up properly, so you have to actually hand couple them together. But we'll move along now. We'll bring the train in. So that's our second class coach. It has the New South Wales emblem on the top there. And we move it along. And as you can see, these are 6-wheel coaches. They're very old design. They have a timber finish to them. In comes the picture, the first class coach. Now, as you can see, she has the some serial numbers there, first class friction on there, the nice timber frames. Everything's moulded on it. All the underframes is moulded underframe. Looks fairly realistic for what it is. As you might notice on the second class coach, the windows are a little bit different to the first class. A bit taller, bigger windows, a bit more visuals to see out of. The first class coating on the name of it. We'll just move this along now. Our next coach in line is our sleeping coach. Now these coaches are very freewheeling. There's no problem. I think this locomotive would pull a dozen of these coaches with no problems at all. I've got a 4% incline. I've taken this up the 4% incline with the 4 coaches on it, and not a will slip in sight. So they're very light, very good, but they still have a beautiful noise when they're running around the layout. You listen later, you can hear them, the clickety clackety all the way around. Now this is the sleeping coach. Now these were used on night trains. I've actually, in my younger days, has actually slept on exactly the same coach. My parents come from a town in western New South Wales called Dubbo, and we were living in Sydney, and we remember boarding this train and actually having a sleeping compartment to sleep in. My father was an engine driver on the New South Wales Railway, so we always got a bit of an upgrade to first class or into the sleeping car. So you can see that's the sleeping car there. Again, you'll notice that the windows are a bit different to the first class, and they're different again to the second class. So we'll have the second class at the rear here again. But as you can see, the windows are just all that different all the time. So specifying what coach is what, first class to second class and to the sleeping coach. So that's my beautiful coaches, all arrived from, I'll give this mob a free plug again, is the little train shop. And now that little train shop is in Tasmania. That's, if you know Australia, it's the little island down the bottom of Australia. And they come from there. And it's a great thank you note, and just a little personal note on the back from the person that actually packed the order. So very well done. I really enjoy that. It's really good. These coaches were, I pre-ordered them, so they were $48.95 each. So that's quite good. A good little buy. So my locomotive's got a full set of coaches now. We'll give her a wind up and get her going. Hopefully we won't have any stalls on the points. She doesn't like the Hornby points too much. She's running up there. And there we go. I didn't close the point up, did I? That's something of mine. So there they are. That's those beautiful coaches. Well, we'll just have to pause it. Here we go. A little bit of an interruption there, sorry about that. But here she goes. There's the beautiful 3806. They do have the 3803 colour, which is a streamline, will be in the black. I'm going to pre-order that very shortly, but it's not due to be released until September. So a bit of a wait for that one, but we will wait for that one, no problems at all. But here she comes again through the tunnel out there, the 3806. A lovely locomotive, very well scaled, beautiful linings, it's near perfect. And there goes those beautiful coaches again. So quite happy with this train. There's a nice little train to put around. This train is in HO, so they are a little bit smaller than the double O. As I was saying, the tender's coupling was lined up for a HO, for double O I should say. But never mind, we'll work something out for that. But as you can see, when she's running around the train layout, she looks quite acceptable and deliberate. We'll bring her out to the inside line now, outside line, which I call the up line. She was on the down line, so, but she's now changed up. She's on the up line. You can hear those wheels just rolling around. Again, you see some double O coaches in the background there. You can see that it's a little bit taller, a little bit bigger. Not that much, but to scale to this locomotive is fantastic. And as I said, these locomotives are quite affordable. A lot of Australian locomotives are very expensive to buy. You know, in Australia here they'd be $500, so well over £300 in England, so yeah, they're quite expensive. Some of the only ones, but this mob is making these ones. And so I'll give them another plug. That's the box for them. Australian Railway Models. And they're producing these locomotives at a fair price, I think. You know, I don't mind paying that for something that looks that good. And with those coaches, just set her off now. Okay, that's all from me. Alright, that's the new addition to the layout. So I'll either be putting her on a siding by assortment of the coaches or putting them away. Also run my other rolling stock. Let's see going. Okay, that's it for me. We'll just watch you disappear into the tunnel. And I'll catch you all later on. Thanks very much for watching. Bye now.